computer. The other day I have shared a little bit about this. Then let's start with the question, what is a thesis? And a thesis is a written work resulting from original research, specially submitted for degree like yours. Then what is in the thesis? Then thesis, it traces a problem or series of problems, describes what was known about the problems, what you did to solve the problem, or what are some of the possible ways to solve the problem, and what we think the result means, meaning what and who will benefit, and how further progress can be made. That's overall what a thesis comprises of. Then introduction, chapter 1. For the MA ministry, it will be 5 to 7 pages, 2.0, that is double spacing, time New Romans 12. Then this first chapter consists of these four components. That is the statement of the problem. What problem do you want to address in your thesis? The second will be objective of the study based on the problem. What are some of the research questions that you ask to get your answer for the problem that you stated above? The third component is research methodology. Which research approach that you implemented, that you used? There are at least three research approach, which are qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method. I will talk a little further in the next session. And how to collect data. There are different ways of collecting data that we will talk about. And significant of the study is how it will contribute to the society and the church. Then we have this chapter 2, that's where we do the literature review for the ME ministry. It will be around 10 to 15 pages. Then I will show you this in detail in the template that which will be running. Then followed by chapter 3, that is the research methodology. Here you have to explain and expand how you approach, how you use certain research approach. Is it qualitative or a mixed method? Quantitative is there, but in theological studies and like ours, where we deal with the concepts, we often do not use much of the quantitative. Quantitative is to do with the number, the numerical, and qualitative is to do with the concepts, dealing with the concepts. I have uploaded 3 videos, link in the what is that, Google Classroom. Please check on the qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method, discussion on this YouTube videos as well. Then we collect data using different method. It can be interview, it can be questionnaires in the case of quantitative. We can have observation, we can have data analysis, document analysis, things like that. And the study location is something what we explain a little bit. I will discuss this in the next session in detail. And chapter 4 is the finding and discussion. Now that you have certain research questions, answering those questions, what are the answers that you get? That things we discuss here in chapter 4. And chapter 5 is the conclusion and recommendation. From the results of the research, conclusions are made, then suggest for improvement. If you are doing something on the leadership in particular church, what are the areas that will be important for the improvement, sort of things. Then followed by the bibliography. Let's quickly run the thesis template, and I would like to, further explain some of the things from that template. If you open this, yeah, class, Google Classroom, um, here is a folder, resources for MA Ministry 2 only. Down here, you will see MA Ministry thesis material. And if you open that, the, the file that I'm using, you will see here. And the lecture that I have, you know, explained a few of the things just now, that's in the PDF file here for the PowerPoint slide you will see here. Let's look at this one and quickly have a look on this. Excuse me. Now, this will be the template. And by the way, the thesis template is up here, template. One is for the capstone paper, one is for the thesis writer. So those of you writing thesis, please use the template. Here's this template. Download this. It's a totem file. So every time you open up this one, it will ask you to save. It will automatically ask you to save in a different document because this is template. Then you keep on working on the document that you save. I think I will show you a little bit about that one later on. But let's have a look at this one. Okay. Hold on. Let's look at the template, how to work on the template. Okay. Here is the template. Um, Give me a moment. Okay. EHTS thesis template. All right. Folder. Okay. Once you downloaded the file, it will be like this. So you just double click it and once you double click that one, you will be able to open the document. Okay, like this. This is your thesis template. Click here to type meaning your thesis title. Mm, Understanding, let's just say, okay, you click here. Um, okay, understanding notes. Okay, I think let's just put it that one. And down here, it's a Master of Arts in Ministry. So you delete the Master of Divinity. Divinity, you delete it and keep it Master of Arts in Ministry. And click here, your name. Let's just say, okay. And then that will be 2025, March. Yeah, you are graduating in the month of March, so 2025. Just write that one and click here. You have to write the same title, your thesis title. I mean, for example, we are using this one, Understanding the Lord's Supper in the context of Azin Church. That's something you will see in the what is that? Proposal example. Name of the advisor, whoever you get for your advisor, be it Dr. Wadu, Dr. Peacefully, Ashi, or uh, Tratito, anyone, or me. You write your advisor and then leave this as it is. And once you're done, we'll put a seminary seal, and then after reviewing, advisor and me will sign it. The dedicatory is not mandatory, meaning it's not compulsory. If you do not need to, dedicate to anyone, just delete it. So then just control like that, select all, and then just delete it. If you have something to dedicate, then what you have to do is not mandatory. This one, remove it, and you can see like I dedicate this work to my wife who supported me throughout my study. For example, THROUGHOUD throughout my study. Something like that. Or your church member, your parents, anything. If you have anyone to dedicate, do it. If it is not there, just select everything and then uh, delete it. And that page is gone now. And if it is there, put it up. And acknowledgement from there, I will go to the template. But now, for this, you have to save is maybe just press in laptop Control S, or you can go to the file and save as. Let's just hit this PC. You can create a new folder for your thesis. This is the best way. My PHA size thesis 2025. Okay. You created a folder, and on this folder, you save as okay. Um Here save, and you can see my thesis save here. And title goes here. It's you see, do you see this one? Oh yeah, you are seeing this one. Okay, so you can write your thesis, the name of the thesis, for example. For example, it's item one. Then your thesis title is Understanding Lord Supper, for example. And after that, just save. Save like that. Then it will be there in that folder. Because this template, you need to, every time you open it, it will be, new thing. It's like a blackboard. You wipe it out and then you write again kind of things. Now, when you work, you have to now go to that folder. Maybe I have to search that folder. Say, for example, then gives just my thesis. Or you can open it from your file, yeah. Open file. So your thesis is safe here. From there, if you save in one folder, your work will be less hassle, meaning less confusion. You'll easily get the folder quickly, or you can just copy. For me, I will do like, I'll just cut this and put it in my desktop. In that way, I'll just put it in my desktop. In that way, it will be, I cannot share my desktop. It will be, easier. Now, having said that, now you know how the process will go on. Okay, let's look at the material TSTS. Yes, this is the one we are talking about. All right, here we go. Now this part we try to, do in that short one. Now imagine that you have finished this one. You have also finished this one, dedication, if not deleted. And acknowledgement, that is the section. If you open the file, you'll see this written. There, what we do is acknowledgement is a research, in a research context, serves as a platform to express thank you, appreciation to individuals or group of people, organization, church who have helped you. It's a way of recognize and thanking those who provide support, guidance, resources, or inspiration, but may not meet the criteria of authorship. Those of people who support you, even including your thesis advisor. Those acknowledgement often extend beyond the formal boundaries of the research itself and acknowledge personal and professional assistance that enriches the study. So in your research, that acknowledgement it comes as a part of it. That's a polite way to put it in that way. So to whosoever whom you have to say thank you as an academic practices, please mention those things in the acknowledgement. And abstract, abstract is the section where abstract is a short summary of the main points of the paper or your thesis, meaning you will write the abstract only after you finish your thesis. It is the summary of the whole summary. You make your thesis into a very short few sentences and put it there. It is basically a summary of the whole thing. It tells reader about the works, strategy, goal, conclusion without going too much detail. So that's the abstract section, maximum 2 pages kind of things you can write there. And table of content, I will show you this section later on. Once you fill up everything, if you update here, it will just automatically come up. Then list of abbreviation is abbreviation that whatever you have used. For example, GKPC or GHDS or GPC USA, anything. Please put it up this one alphabetically. Please put it alphabetically. A, G, um, L, M, kind of. And illustrations, that is where tables or figures, if you use those things, you have to use this one. I will upload this document as well, and how the illustrations, be it table or figures, will be generated. There is a separate supplementary section is there. This one, PhD's supplementary guide for thesis writing. All the detailed instructions are given there. So we will look into that as well. Then comes chapter 1. Chapter 1, in this section, students are to discuss their background, motivation, and reason for choosing your topic. You can write a little bit about why you are interested in writing this one. Or if you don't want to write anything, that is also fine. But it will be beautiful if you could write a short sentences on the motivation behind choosing this particular topic, and also maybe giving a little background, things like that. Student can discuss personal experience, academic curiosity, and can also discuss their feeling or knowledge about the subject. And then this section highlight the research value, how it could contribute to the existing knowledge. Then that is optional. If you have something to write, please write it. And then there's things that are mandatory. Statement of the problem. There should be, if you are doing certain research work, it's all about solving certain problems. The research work is about trying to solve some problem. Or you are doing the research work there because there is a problem that needs some answer. That is kind of things. Therefore, clearly define the issue or problem that your research aims to address. This provides context and sets the direction for the study. Followed by research question and objectives, then state the specific goal or question that the researcher intended to answer. This should align with the problem statement guided study, that guide the study. So basing on the statement of the problem, your research objective and question should be connected to that one. And I will change this one. This is research methodology instead of rationale of the study. In this section, you will be providing which research design that you are picking up that you have to discuss here. Then I will talk this in detail in the next slides, but here you have to mention which research approach you have chosen, and then which design and how data are collected. Did you collected the data? Data simply means the words also the answers to certain questions from different people, from the book, things like that. All right. That is research methodology. Significance of the study is how your study will be helpful for other people. That's something which need to be there. That is chapter one. And chapter two, literature review. That is where I don't want to read all this. Please read when you have time, or not time, but please read before you start your things. These are some of the um, kind of goals and purpose, and then what need to be covered that I have discussed here. So here I have used the example of the Lord's Supper, research work that was done before. So example of the literature looks something like this. This is where you read others' book, others people work, and from there you get the idea of what uh this the topic that you chose, what a particular person or what the few group of people are discussing, are in conversation in relation to your thesis. That is something, a kind of foundational work you do in the literature review. Literature review means simply putting into the readers, or bringing up the write-up that is already there related to your topic. Reviewing the books, the written resources, literary resources, giving a summary of those literary resources, let's say in that way. And if since I'm using that example here in Lord's Supper in the different traditions, how Catholic, how Baptist, how Reformed, Lutheran view Lord's Supper discussed, need to be expanded, but just for example, I have just shared a small section there. And then the dimension of Lord's Supper as discussed by the different theologians, things like that. The literature chapter will be something that what other people have done in relation to your research work, the topic. Some of you have seen, so in relation to sin, how theologians have been discussing about that. What are the books that deal with the issues that talks about the subject matter of the sin? Those things. Read the book and give the idea from there. That is what it is. And chapter 3 and 4 and 5, next session, I will touch on those things. So those are some of the components that will come in chapter 1 and chapter 2. And here I will show you on the working with the, let's open the template. Okay. And I will, give me a moment. I'll put this in the desktop. All right. HTS file. TF research method, methodology, and okay. Okay. Now I've opened that folder, and okay, there you go. Yeah. And I will map something. Understanding the Lord Supper. Okay, there you go. And follow along this line. Okay. And the things, mm, proposal example, there you will find this thesis work. Let me use that one. So let's just say title of this particular is this one. Okay. That should be mm, yeah. Make it two. Okay. And then the same thing, you will put it here. Then just imagine that the advisor is okay. And you write the dedication work here and followed by acknowledgement. That is where if you have something to write on it, like let's say we write the acknowledgement, little bit about the acknowledgement here. Just for the sake of exercise, acknowledgement is, you're right. I am I am grateful to God for the opportunity, you know, and then just write some of the stuffs what need to be done. Just imagine that you write some of those things, okay, and followed by the abstract is you will write at the end of the thesis. Now we go to the chapter 1. Chapter 1 is here. Chapter 1, just write introduction. And then you start typing here, and I'm just copy pasting the thesis proposal, the example that I've given you in the Google Classroom. Let me just use one of that. Okay. And here, statement of the problem should be always in the first level heading. And in this template, first level heading, you will see here. So first level heading. If you click here, automatically it will come to the middle. Up here, you will see this one, first level heading. If you want to expand it and see, nope. See, it's a first level heading. So the heading should always come like that. And then you give it tab here. And imagine that that is the statement of the problem. And we have to write the objective of the study. So objective of the study, I'm getting it from the example here. Objective of the study, select and then click it in the first level heading. It comes automatically here. And all these things, you can use it in the ELS standard. Okay. Now, let's put it in the serial number here. Okay, now it's done. And followed by what we called the research methodology. Then under the research methodology, you type your research methodology here. And this research methodology, you select all and put it in the first label heading. And it comes here and make sure that this is in the LA standard. So research methodology is the place where you talk things like this. I use mixed method research or qualitative, and then, semi-structured interview, all these things. Explanation of how you get the data, and followed by the significance of the study. So how this research work will be important for the people. Then don't leave hang something like this. If it is hanging like this, just give a spacing, enter as much as possible. Next page, significance of the study. And you imagine that this is the significance of the study. All right. Now, for the second chapter, we have to go down to second chapter, chapter 2, right? Chapter 2 is you go to the layout, and then the layout, there is a break. You see there is a break. Click there, and then next page. Here, you have to write chapter, should be capital, CHAPT, chapter 2, colon, literature review. And that should be, go to the home and make it into Alice chapter. Here, you have Alice chapter 2, Alice chapter, use the second one, and it will come up like this. Following this, you will just continue your writings, that's related to your research work. Kind of, say for example, I've given you the Lord's Supper example. Let's just see. I'm going to do that. Let's paste a portion of it. Okay, then. Oh, this is haphazard. Okay, let me put it this away. Yeah. All right. And then Lord's Supper. Okay. Say, for example, you are writing something on the Lord's Supper literature review. Then okay, this is okay. The Lord's Supper's entry frame tradition. Make sure that this will be, and the L is first label heading automatically come here. This is in the LD standard, you see. So everything is set up, things like that. Now you need to update the table of content. So go up to the table of content here and look at this one. You see update. Once you click here, nothing is here, right? At the moment, just things like that. But if you click on this update table and click on the update entire table, let me show you once again, all right? So nothing is here, just like that, plain space. Then you click here, and then this icon will come up. Yes, update table. Click here, update entire table. Okay. Then look at that. All these things are coming up because it's automatically arranged in that way. You see? That is what and how the template work automatically for us. So that is how to work on the template, and then things are already given there in the Google Classroom. So I need to edit something there and then re-upload again. But as of now, things is just like that. It will just go like that. Now, um, last class I have asked you all to come up with you have your own thesis topic, to come up with problems that I asked you. Now that one, two, three, four of you are here, the other people, those who are writing thesis, are not here. So can you take a short break and then push yourself and come up with some problems. In that way, I will be able to help you work out with some of your um, kind of the problem, kind of your thesis related subject matters. Oh, okay, where is it? Give me a moment. Comparison. Um, yeah, where is the ME ministry? Topic Google. Oh, yeah, it's here. MA ministry. No, Google Drive. Oh, yes. Okay, here we have Itamo with empowering young believers. Janice with changing for development. Joseph is not here. Toei is, I think, here, I think, yeah. And so Lagapao is also here. Mokopao is not here. So can you please bring up some of the problems that will be related to your thesis, like the one that I have given you here. Here is the proposal example. And here is a thesis. Couldn't preview. And no, it should be, yeah. And then PDF case proposal. Okay, let's look at this one. All right, here is a thesis example. Title is Developing Effective Leadership in a Youth Ministry with a special reference to Hermon Church. And the statement of the problems says, people come for socializing only, not worship. One problem. And there is a lack of engagement. There is a satisfaction in the shared service program. Another problem. Problem might be the effective leadership crisis, lack of necessary experience, practical leadership skill, things like that. So problem statement need to be clear and followed by the objective of the research where you ask research questions. So I want this time just discuss, imagine, and maybe first imagine some of the ideas. And you can even use, AI to help you. If you have the concept and idea, AI will help you refine it. So, do something of those work. Maybe let me show you an idea kind of things. Then we have this cross discipline. Empowering young believers, the role of youth ministry and spiritual development. Okay, let me pick up this one. Then maybe I can use this chat GPT. It's very popular now. You can use it. We don't stop students from using it, just that to use it with original idea. Empowering young believers, the role of youth ministry in spiritual development in Shiloh Baptist Church. Let me imagine that the Shiloh Baptist Church has problem like the church have problems related with less young people coming to the church. The problem that I see is youth walking away from the church, we have to come up with the problems, spiritual development. There is also problem that the youth are kind of influence.
Lang language barrier.
What is that?
Another problem is let's talk about the language barrier.
Language barrier. Okay. Influenced by the social media. Another problem is language barrier. You can lay down all this and then you can just command this engine, refine this thesis topic, and then you can put the thesis topic under bracket, refine this, define the statement of the problem. Statement of the problem for this topic. Refine and elaborate. Let's say elaborate the statement of the problem for this topic. Then you just click here and wait for a moment. Statement of the problem. Everything is coming up here. You see? So I'm giving you the idea. So what I want you to do now is, now you have your own topic. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Let me help you personally. So you randomly, roughly write whatever problems that you imagine of. And then with the help of GPT, can you please work for maybe around 40 minutes, even take a break, have a cup of coffee, kind of things. And after I give that time to you, let's come back. Now in my time is 8:40. I will give you 8:10. 8:10, 8:40. Let me come up around um let's take say 50 minutes. You please work 50 minutes and after that I'll come in, help you integrate those things. One last slide of lecture and help you out with some of the housekeeping. That's what I want to do. And with that,
So